Also, I'm unmuted. Hey guys, hey Alexandria, Brooke, Erica.
Hi everyone. I think they're muted.
You can unmute yourself, Alexandria and Erica and Brooke. Erica, I think you're good actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just finishing my dinner, and then I'll turn my camera on.
Okay.
You don't need to see me eat.
Yeah, we just ate and then we turned it on. So we'll get a lot of people come in soon. Most people come in like 8:04.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, this is like our 5th one or something like that.
Well, 5th comedy show.
Hey, Joanne. Joanne, I'm gonna go ahead and make you the co-host. So you can meet people and things like that. Are you in the office?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
That's cool. I like that.
Yes, it's so much fun. I have all these random backgrounds. I got so excited. I'm like, every Zoom is a different way to use it. Oh.
That's cool. Yeah, that inspires me to want to do something more creative.
But why doesn't ours work?
Because we don't have a pure white background or something.
Oh.
Something. So
this one, like when it's not completely ironed out, it's all kinds of messed up. It's so finicky.
But that's so funny. Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh gosh.
How's
I have sunglasses. I really may have to put them on at some point.
That would make you more Michael Scott. So.
It's so bad.
Is it because of the light?
Yeah, it's so like I'm so light sensitive.
Okay, yeah, I get
this
that.
happens, but whew,
Yeah.
a long day.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes when it's like summer and it's really sunny out. I'll start getting angry.
Yeah, I get them sometimes, and it's funny because like if you look it up, it's like, oh, just relieve yourself from the stress in your life, and it's like
yeah, how are you supposed to do that?
Yeah. Okay. Done.
Oh my God. Hey guys, hey Ryan, KT. Erica, where are you at?
I'm in we're all in New York, right? I'm on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Where exactly?
Copeg.
Copeg?
Like next to Amityville. Lindenhurst, Amityville, Massapequa.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Joanne, are you close to there?
No.
Maryland, right?
Yeah, where my parents live right now is like right on the border of Maryland and Delaware.
Okay.
So if you go like 2 minutes down the road, you're in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pretty close.
081618. Is that your real name? I don't know if he hears us, but hey, 081618. What's your real name?
Oh no, that's it. It's Ahri.
Oh, okay.
One of our guys.
One of the comedians.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Stuffed. We just had a pizza. I'm really full.
Same.
I will say we've been eating like kings. My mom is just like cooking.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You're lucky.
Oh my gosh, but I'm kind of like I'm ready to go back to New York. So I'm like I need to portion control or something. I don't eat vegetables.
I don't know if it helps because I've been eating a lot lately. Like it's just like unlimited snacks. I feel like.
Yep.
Because I'll go
so many snacks.
Yeah,
a lot of snacks.
Because that's like the most fun thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is.
I don't think I ever had flaming hot Cheetos until this quarantine. And now every time we make like a run to the store, everyone's like, oh, flaming hot Cheetos.
That's how I feel too. These things called Takis are in Brooklyn. They're like all over, and they're like basically flaming hot Cheetos. And I have them every time I go to the deli.
Oh my, I mean, you just can't beat it.
Yeah. Hey Kim, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, Kimberly.
Did you move, Kim, right? Kimberly?
Oh, her audio is connected.
Can you hear us, Kim? Maybe not.
Hey, I can hear now.
Oh, hey, okay. Hey, Kim.
Hi.
I've heard really good things from you about from James, actually, James Mack.
Oh, thanks. James.
Typed it up a while ago. Hang on, there's someone knocking at the door.
Thanks for having me. Full disclosure, I just took a pretty heavy duty migraine medication. So let's see how this goes.
Girl, I have my sunglasses because I'm on day 2 of a migraine.
Oh.
And my dad just gave me like a muscle relaxer because nothing else has been working. So I'm like, well, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do though.
Yeah.
So right there with you.
Oh, good. Really interesting. Wait, is there anything special about the format that you haven't written in the messages I should know or something like that? Or
Just the order.
Cool.
Yeah. And Foster had just messaged that she has to be up super early, so she has to just go earlier. So I just said you go first, and then we just go down the line.
No problem.
But yeah, I'll just introduce you before you come, and then we'll switch it over to the comedian. So everyone is just watching you, and you guys can, I think on your computer, if you want, you can put it in gallery mode so you can see everyone. So it's almost like you have an audience.
Yeah, I'll try that out. Oh yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect.
Yeah, and so we're gonna let everyone have the volume on during it, and then if we have to mute some people, because sometimes it's like chip bags or someone's crunching them or even little noises you might not notice, but we can mute you, but also mute yourself if you think you might be loud while we're listening. But yeah, it should be fun. We want to see people and hear laughter. Yeah, I think we wanted to do, we like Zoom just for this format, so we can all kind of see and hear each other. Instagram Live, I think, is really cool because you get to like everything, but I don't know, there's something about talking to people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Instagram Live's a little disorienting. I did one of those, so I was like, I don't know who I'm talking at. And then I had people contact me that they like heard it, and it was because I didn't know they were watching.
That's really cool though.
It was like really creepy. Like if I knew they were there, I wouldn't have said some of the stuff I said.
Oh, it's really great. I've been getting some self tapes, and my very old Portuguese grandmother is also staying with us during this quarantine, and she does not like cursing. And she does not like loud noises. And I had a self-tape that I had to film that was all full of curses and loud noises. And my grandmother has just been stank-eyeing me for like 2 days now.
Oh no.
This quarantine's getting to us.
Definitely.
In past week 6 in my parents' basement. I don't know how you guys all are.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I live in Brooklyn normally, but me and my boyfriend decided to get out of Brooklyn back in like March, and we came to my parents' house that is in Maryland, and now we've just been here quarantined in the basement. A lot of family time.
Wow.
So much family time.
Love it.
It'll make you stronger.
So much strong. You guys, we've played so many games. So many games. I did go to Walmart and I bought the game Pandemic. Nobody was excited about that one. Didn't like it. I think it was a good idea.
I'm trying to create a card game called like Coronavirus or something. And I literally like printed it out. We're gonna demo it, but it's gonna take 3 weeks to come. And it's just like scenarios.
I think it's gonna be a hit.
I hope so. I hope it sells. I'm trying to make money, honestly.
Can you give us a teaser?
It's basically cards. It's like you draw cards and it tells you to like make a decision based on like, it's like you got offered a job, but it'll put your health at risk. Like if you take it, +1 money, but -1 health, and you have to like balance all of your different categories like health, money, sanity, and something else.
Oof.
I think it was health, sanity, money. You remember the fourth one? Morality. That was the fourth one.
Sanity is good, man.
Yeah.
My dad just got up and took like a 5-hour drive on Sunday. He was like, I'm just going for a drive.
Where did he go? Like South Carolina?
No, he just drove for 5 hours. He was just gone. Some dad time.
But I feel like if you go 5 hours, like he'll be in South Carolina by the end of it.
I don't know. Circled around some back roads. He was like, I just need time away from everyone in this house.
Tim, I just realized that we look exactly the same. One of us is gonna have to change.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, man. We look the
Apart
same.
even.
We even have white background.
Yeah, very fair. Yeah, but you're not wearing. It's just because it's dark. You can't see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my formal robe.
Oh, good. You're wearing purple, not black. Okay, I feel better now.
I forgot I was wearing this, and I just can't take it off now.
No, it's perfect. Okay, great. Yeah. Here, should I put my hair in a ponytail? Because otherwise, they're just gonna be like, "Which brunette?"
Yeah, just like one right here.
Yeah,
Just
that's
play
perfect.
around with
Here,
your
I'll
background.
go.
It's comedy if you do that.
I'll go get a hair tie.
Joanne made her the Michael Scott background. So.
Yes, I am the Office.
Chumley versus Blue Chumley.
And for everyone who's in here, thanks for joining us. We're just gonna wait for everybody else to get in here. I think we might still be waiting on a comedian or two and just some more people, and we're gonna get started soon. Let me see. We got Foster.
A lot of people are still
we have
trickling in.
Ahri.
How is it only 8:04? I feel like we've been waiting a long time.
Oh, I know. I think I think we all got on a little early.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been doing nothing. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna today was one of those wash days. It rained outside, it was gross. Nothing else was happening.
Well, if everyone hits gallery view, if you haven't yet, we like to do that because you can see everyone. I know we got some repeat people. Katie and Colin, that's your name, Colin.
Yeah.
Lots of other repeats.
Ani.
And
Oh,
someone's
Ani.
here. Hey.
Hey.
Oh, and I think all of our comedians are here.
Yep. Hi.
Yeah.
We
Awesome.
got a bunch of people who haven't yet shared their video and maybe audio. If you turn it on, it'll make for a better show. We found we like to hear you laughing and stuff and just seeing your reactions. So if you can, unless you're naked or something like that.
Go virtual.
Yeah.
I want to go video.
I can help you out.
There, Kim. Now we're not twins anymore.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Now I have to keep my hair down though. That's the problem.
you do. That was the trade-off. It's true, man. I have gotten confused as every single brunette in the whole entire New York comedy scene.
Has someone thought that you were me before?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I once got confused as Esther Chen, and
That's
Wow.
good. That's
I don't know
colorblind.
if you can pick. If you don't know her, I don't know if you can pick it up by the name, but not
She's
a
very
Chen.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese.
So she wears like really big glasses.
Yeah, no, people are brunette blind. Telling you.
Kelly, what's up?
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Hey,
Nice to
Kelly.
see you.
Hey.
I'm gonna ask some people to start video. Ryan, Nathan, Hillary.
Oh, you're on YouTube too.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
People watch us on YouTube, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right.
Ross, we got a Ross.
All right, can we give props to the person that brought a bird to this party? This is awesome.
Hey, Drew.
Real?
She's real. It's not a prop. I swear. We're not crazy.
Oh my god.
She wanted to join in.
That's a bird.
Hello.
I like this. This is already the best Zoom show I've done so far. This is perfect. More animals in comedy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should make a requirement to bring an animal next time.
I got my cat sleeping here.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
gotta-
we got some dogs in this house.
Oh, that's
She's
a good
so
one.
cute. Oh my goodness.
Where?
It looks like a rabbit from that angle.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Definitely not a rabbit.
Nope.
So cute.
And she's totally ignoring us.
Nice.
Typical cat.
Seems very cat-like.
Oh.
All right. All right. Well, I think we might still have some people trickling in as we go. So, I mean, people are welcome to join, and we'll just keep them in the waiting room. If you have any friends or anybody that's waiting to get in, we'll keep them in the waiting room. And then when we switch comics, we can always let more people in. But I think we should just get started because we don't want to keep you guys too late. I know you guys must be so busy on this Thursday night. Well, guys, we are the Tiny Cupboard. Matt and Amy, who are in our corner over here, or I think if you guys are all in gallery view, let me go ahead and say that first. So gallery view, if you go up top, I don't know if everyone's zoomed here, but up top to your right, there should be a button. You can hit gallery view. You'll be able to see a lot of people. You can see all these people, their pages. Sometimes it grows. So welcome to our Thursday night virtual stand-up show. This is something we've been doing for over a month now. It's really cool. So happy that Matt and Amy had this awesome idea to bring us all together on Zoom, a platform that I had never heard of, I think, along with most of you until this pandemic. So we decided to do Zoom because we can see everybody and we can also hear you, which I think is good for comics because they need laughter, you guys. Yeah. It's a sad time. There's no stages. So everyone keep your volume on unless you have something going on in the background. We can always mute you if there is noise and we catch it, we can mute you. If someone can pinpoint a person, you type it in the chat and we'll mute them. No hard feelings. We just don't want to interrupt the comics. We'll try to keep this as smooth as possible. So without any further ado, I'll talk a little bit more about the Tiny Cupboard in a little bit, but I think we should just jump right in with our first comic, Foster Rhodes.
Hey guys, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see all of your tiny inch-sized faces. Oh, this is so lovely. I've always wanted to know how my jokes landed with like a 30-second lag. Delightful. Yeah, I tried this on Instagram before. It was just like me and my farts. It was beautiful. Man. Oh gosh, this is exciting. So I get some updates on my life. You know, like when you're a kid, you always like wish that you could be a superhero. Like I feel like I trained for that. Like I really did train. Like I did Muay Thai, I did kickboxing, and it all finally paid off. I'm a hero, guys. I work at Giant. It's a food store. Like, that's what I do. I know who'd have known? That's all it takes to be a hero now. I go into work, I wear my cape, I scan some boxes. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good life. Yeah, I feel like we should just talk about the bird for like the rest of the show. I really haven't done a joke in like 5 months. This is as many people that I've been around in like the past month and a half. It's very overwhelming. I didn't know I could be like this anxious doing stand-up before, but I'm definitely just sitting down. I love seeing all of your slow motion reactions, like after I say a sentence. I'm sure that the other comics will actually have like material planned. I'm just here to warm you up, seeing if you have pulses, seeing if this is actually live. You're here, you're real, I'm real. Am I real? I don't even know. Is anybody else like questioning their reality? No, no, it's just I'm with you. I'm with you.
Only when I wake up from
This is
naps.
like, oh my God, my ADD is going crazy. I'm just like, every single time something moves, I'm just like, is it something that's gonna kill me? Is it someone laughing? Where's the wince? Normally I'm hilarious, but you can tell that I am very digitally inept. This world is very strange. So it's really awesome to see how bored you guys get. Like I see one person checking their phone. I feel like the people who I can't see, they're probably just masturbating right now. That's why their mics are off. That's the reality. Around so many people, like that's what I'm doing. That's what I'd be doing if my video was off. Just oversharing. Let's click over, see some of the other people in the crowd here. So who's from the furthest away? Who is like overseas? Are we all in America right now? Are we all in the same time zone?
Canada.
Canada? What? How did you get into this Zoom?
I don't know. My sister sent me an email.
It's like I just
saw it on a
cults.
social
That's what I
site.
do. I love lag crowd work. This is man, playing with the backgrounds in outer space. I feel like you actually came the furthest, sir. With Ravi, it's like I can know all of your names, so I can.
You can see a flying saucer there too.
There's a flying saucer too.
There you go.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm probably gonna have to get out of here soon because I do have to go to bed. Because you know, superheroes like myself, we need a lot of rest. We need a lot of rest to take on the world, to take charge of things. I don't know how much time I have or how much time any of us have. Times are crazy. Times are weird. But we're here. You guys took a piece of your time just to sit here with a bunch of strangers and share your faces. Yeah. Pat yourselves on the back for that. All right. I'm gonna adios amigos to my Betty Bice time. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you all for being here. I've loved
Thank you,
guys.
Foster. Was this your first Zoom stand-up?
Yes, it's very overwhelming.
It is, right? Seeing the amount of people, like when I didn't realize that you could click over pages and
Yeah. I was like clicking through the pages and I was like, oh.
I know it's pretty overwhelming.
It's like my eyes are just like that. Like now I know what cats feel like when they see a laser pointer.
Right? Just back and forth, yeah. I know, it's weird. I like looking at the inside of people's houses. I like to see who has like interior decorating skills and who doesn't.
I know, right? I'm taking
My
notes.
background
I'm
is
doing all this
full.
there. I was like, all right, put more stars on my walls. Get a bird.
Right. All right, you guys, we're just gonna keep on going. Our next comedian is Kimberly Sullivan.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna be real. This is very disorienting. This is my first Zoom show, and I just took a very heavy duty migraine medication that is half fun sedative. So let's see where this goes. Also, there's this guy in the corner who kind of looks like he could be my dad, and I don't know who you are. Hey Laird, what's up? Don't listen because I would never tell this stuff to my dad.
It's okay. You can tell dirty jokes.
What?
You can tell dirty jokes, and I'm not your dad.
Yeah, dirty jokes for Laird. Yeah.
Only for Laird.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What happened was I was actually in New York in a room with like just stuck in a room, and I was getting really sick, and my friend was like, I'd been quarantining for a month. I'd been inside in a room just for a month. My friend was like, if you want, you can come to North Carolina. And that's where I am now. I just shot down at 7 hours. Someone was mentioning the Carolinas earlier. So I've been here about a week, and I've stopped completely freaking down long enough to get really horny. Anyone else? How about you, Laird? Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, like, now, I mean, unless you're with somebody, which is like great, and fuck you, like, all you can do is like text, you know, or I guess like write letters, Laird. Anyways, but like the
Zoom.
I don't even know. I'm just really laying it into you. Real sorry. But the thing with sexting is I love sexting, so I'm like glad to like get back into it. I don't know, clap or snap if you like sexting. Is anyone else like a sexting fan? Exactly. So you guys know what I mean. You know, like sexting is great because you got all the control. You know, I think like the best part of sexting is like, you know, right when you're like about to come, you know, and your mom sends you a text to tell you she loves you. You know, I think that's. You know, it's funny though because my friends are telling me that they're getting a lot of dick pics. Is anyone getting a lot of dick pics? I don't know. You are. That's very strange. I don't know. Maybe my reputation precedes me, but no one has sent me a dick pic yet. I don't know. I mean, but I have gotten like this. I've heard the sentiment like, don't you miss dicks? Don't you miss having sex with men? But specifically like the dicks. And I don't know. It's just like, even now with the whole coronavirus thing, I just want to be like, hey, dudes, the world does not revolve around dicks. You know, dicks are not the sun. You know. Actually, dicks are. I take that back. Dicks are sort of like the sun. I not to look directly at them. Okay, changing the subject. Anyways, we're gonna stay on sex. Safest sex during, I think all time, safest sex is always solo sex. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but CVS, essential provider, still open. CVS sells sex toys. Did you guys know that?
What?
Yeah, no, 100%. CVS sells sex toys. I found this out before the world shut down. What happened was I was out of town for comedy purposes, let's just say. And I went to CVS just to get some sunscreen. As I was walking down the aisles, I saw a bunch of vibrators on the shelves. And I was very surprised, but I also was like, my vibrator's at home. I'm not at home. It's kind of vacation. Treat yourself, you know? Anyways, but I bought this CVS vibrator, right? And I took it back to my hotel room and let's just say that it lacked the horsepower. You know what I mean? Like my vibrator that I keep at home is like a Ferrari. This CVS vibrator was like a golf cart. I don't know. I was told that I should like make this joke more accessible and like men understand cars. Understood the female orgasm. But anyways, one thing at a time. So anyways, I'm trying this vibrator out, but it's doing nothing for me. But I already spent like $40 on that CVS. So I was like, oh, I got to get my head in the game, you know, focus, fantasize about what always gets you off. So I fantasized about my other vibrator. Still nothing. So long story short, you guys, CVS is not only still open during coronavirus, CVS not only sells sex toys, but you can also return a used sex toy to CVS. I'm not very unemployed right now. Okay, I can't be used to spending money willy-nilly. Maybe I'm gonna become like a copywriter. And I was like, well, like copyright, and I was like, an apple a day, because you can't see the doctor now anyways, it's too dangerous. Or what else do I got? Cereal, because food should only be good for about 3 minutes. Just trying to save money. Oh, this reminds me though, I've always been broke, and this is like a good tidbit if anyone still needs to like buy stuff. I feel like it's still applicable, because before the world shut down, I went to Kmart to get some underwear, but it's not like I have a lot of money. So anyways, I went to get some underwear. I was looking at the prices of the women's underwear at Kmart, and I thought, still too expensive. I can do better. I can do cheaper. So I walked over to the kids section. Are you guys all on board with this? Because it's a great idea. And I bought a bag of underwear for fat children. We got 3 of you on board. I want to get all of you on board. Laird's on board. You're all coming on board. Listen, it's money. You get the same amount of fabric, plus you get these awesome pictures. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember kids' underwear, but they're like whimsical and kind of aspirational. Yeah, like now I have underwear with ponies, castles, rocket ships. Every time I free bleed during my period now, it's like I'm dying on my dreams. I'm gonna let that disgusting thing land. Obviously, it changes the scenery. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it kind of goes from pony to Glue Factory Massacre. Land to Game of Thrones. From like Space Adventure to The Challenger. Oh, you guys are awake. That wasn't a joke. It was a test. And if you laughed at that last part,
You're old.
You're old and you're going to hell. I was gonna say hell, Sophia. You're just like, you're old. Oh boy. Yep. And that was also a thinly veiled period joke. You're welcome. You all wanted from like the comfort of your own home. Like, I don't know. I feel like even in quarantine, can you imagine being a little girl getting your period right now in quarantine? That Laird can imagine. I'm just doubling down on my new best friend. Periods were so fucking shrouded in mystery. Even to this fucking day. Like when I was a little kid, I didn't even know what a period was. I just thought it was going to be a tiny amount of blue gel. And everyone else who laughed thought the exact same thing. When in reality, a period is more like, oh, doctor, can we reattach the hand? It's that much blood. So when I got my first period, I didn't know what was going on. It's completely true. All I knew is that I had a horrible stomach ache, followed by a terribly painful shit, and boom, was 100% sure I was bleeding out of my ass. 100% sure. And I went to my father because he was the only one awake. It was late night. He was the only one awake at the time. And I was like, Dad, I think I'm dying. And he goes, I swear to God, he goes, well, Kimmy, why don't you go to bed and we'll figure this out in the morning. So I tell my dad that I think I'm dying, and his response is, let's revisit this in 12 hours. In my dad's defense, though, he is bipolar. Yeah, no, my dad's bipolar. It's fine. We're good with it. But he once ate a paper doily covered in mustard at a Johnny Rockets diner. Yeah. Ugh. Totally true. But that's not because he's bipolar. That's just because he wanted to prove that anything tastes good with the right condiments, you know? What else going on? My parents. I moved 7 times. I was so happy at the apartment I finally found. But I moved 7 times before coronavirus. It got so bad that, speaking to my parents, my mom decided to get involved because I just kept losing apartments. So my mom, she sent me this Craigslist ad, right? And I was like, oh, it seems like it's in a great part of town, right in my price range. So I opened this Craigslist ad that my mom sent me, and it reads, kinky couple seeks discreet roommate. No sex. And I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I don't think this is a right fit for me. And she goes, well, honey, it says no sex required. Yeah, Mom, they don't normally put that in roommate ads. It's usually presumed. But then I read the ad, and yeah, it said in-unit washer and dryer. So nice. You know where that ends. Now live in a sex dungeon. Ta-da. Did you light me? I feel like I am on drugs. Are you lighting me now?
I did a minute ago.
Oh, great. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Laird, for being here.
Thanks, kid.
Hard in these Zoom things for us to do a little flash of light to let you know time. So everyone bear with us for transition.
Joanna, I think you're touching the microphone.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I forgot I'm on a space mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You guys.
Hear you. Yes, we can hear you, Clem Fandango.
There we go. This is really professional. I really feel like I'm in an office doing work. Okay, so I said, bear with us for transitions, and that makes sense now. For everyone in the audience, I want to say thank you again for being here and joining the Tiny Cupboard. We are a small performance space in Brooklyn, New York, and once we are all allowed back within 6 feet from each other, we're going to open up and we're going to be able to do these comedy nights live. But until then, we're going to keep putting them on every Thursday night right here. And every other night of the week, we have a lot of really cool stuff going on too. Game nights, EDM nights. So check it out. We're going to post in our little chat here our link, and if you guys feel so inclined to donate, everything that you donate gets split equally amongst us all, putting on a show for you tonight. So we are greatly appreciate anything, but also we are just really happy that you guys are here with us and giving us a chance to put on some stand-up, because I don't know about you, but I am going a little crazy. we're hitting a little over a month and a half. I don't, I need outside time. So with that being said, let's skip to our next comedian. You guys also check out our chat. We're going to be putting the comedians' Instagram handles in there so you can see what they're doing outside of our show. Give it up for Ahri Findling.
Oh, is this not EDM night? Because I'm going to leave. No, it's not. Okay.
Damn, you doing it?
Yeah, keep a round of applause for Kimberly and Foster and fucking Laird. Round of applause for Laird. If there's ever a guy who looks like a Laird, it's you, dude. I mean, if your name wasn't there, I would have guessed either Laird or just old white man. I mean, those are the only two things. You look like if a blind guy had never seen a human being before, and they said, draw a man named Laird, it would be your fucking face. It would be like a police sketch artist. I don't know. Life is horrible. I don't know if you guys are doing okay. I am not. I am really losing my fucking mind. My wife is in the other room, will not even come in and listen to this. I know she can hear it. She fucking hates me. It's been 7 weeks. We're no longer talking, okay? Take out, what do you want to eat for dinner? We have not spoken in 2 weeks. It is a nightmare. It fucking sucks. We have a daughter. We're quarantined with a kid. I don't know if you guys are doing this. I do not recommend it. It is a nightmare, okay? It stinks. I love my daughter a lot. But if daycare doesn't open soon, I'm going to blow the fucking building up, okay? I cannot do this. I obviously love my daughter, but apparently they love me more. And I'm okay with that. I'm not doing well. My blood pressure is at 300. I cut my own hair last week. Katie, Colin, this is not going well, okay? Things suck right now. My daughter's 8 months old. I was not prepared for the delivery. Everybody prepped my wife on what she needs to do, and I was like, "What do I do?" And they were like, "Just fucking stand in the corner." And no one told me what was going to happen, so I just watched a whole bunch of movies where a kid is born, and it's nothing like the movies because every newborn in a movie is fucking 8 years old. Okay, they're just not newborns. And nobody told me how much my wife was gonna shit all over the baby. Nobody even mentioned it. Nobody said it in passing. My wife shit all over my daughter. Okay, she was covered in shit. She looked like she had been dipped in a porta potty at a construction site. It was disgusting. She smelt horrible. The doctor pulled her out and was like, "Do you want to hold her?" And I was like, "Fucking hose her off, bro." Oh my God. That was the first thing I said to my daughter. My wife was like, "Is she beautiful?" I was like, I don't know. It's nothing like the movies. Like in the movies, the dad always cuts the umbilical cord, and I wanted to do it, and I didn't get to do it because everything happened so quickly, and I was upset. And like an hour after my daughter was born, I was upset, and the doctor's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, I wanted to cut the umbilical cord. And he's like, "Do you still want to do it?" And I was like, "What?" And then he reached into the trash can and he fucking dug it out. I swear to God. And he handed it to a nurse, and they held it like a limbo stick and gave me a pair of scissors. Not even like medical scissors, like the orange handled arts and crafts scissors that you find in your grandmother's. I felt like I was a Make-A-Wish kid, okay? They let me become Batman for a day. It is, I don't know. It's great. I mean, I love my daughter. I want to be clear. I have to say that. Otherwise, CPS just kicks my door in. But I do love my daughter. I don't like being quarantined with her. It's not fun. Anytime I complain to somebody, people are like, you signed up for this. You signed up for this. And it's like, I signed up to be a parent. I didn't sign up to be a fucking prisoner, okay? Imagine going on a tour of Alcatraz and then they just fucking lock you in a cell. That's not what I signed up for. And like, people always try to I'm complaining to some of my friends and they're like, "Well, I have a dog." That's the same thing. No, it's not, okay? And until you're cleaning shit out of your dog vagina at 2:00 in the morning, it is not the same thing, okay? Until Republicans are taking away your dog's rights, it's not the same thing, okay? My wife, I'm quarantined with her. She doesn't want to have sex with me. She's not attracted to me at all. She could not. I asked her to have sex. We've had, being honest, it's 7 weeks. We've had sex 6 times. We've played Yahtzee 22 times. Of Yahtzee takes 45 minutes. Sex with me takes 90 seconds at best, okay? We could have had sex 735 times, okay? We have not at all. My wife is not attracted to me. When I ask her she would rather tweeze my eyebrows than have sex with me. I ask her to have sex and she goes, I guess. I ask her to tweeze my eyebrows. She turns into the fucking Six Flags guy, okay? She's like, she goes nuts. If I said we couldn't have sex ever again, she'd be like, fine, I don't care. And if I said she couldn't tweeze my eyebrows, she'd have an emotional episode and need to be hospitalized. Okay? It would be really bad. I don't know. We've only had sex. We started having sex, like, my daughter's 8 months old. We started having sex 2 months ago because my wife didn't feel sexy after the baby was born. And, she's like, I want to have sex. I just don't feel sexy, which is very common for women to feel after they give birth. So I asked my therapist, because obviously I'm in therapy. And I was like, well, how do I make my wife feel sexy? And he's like, well, why don't you just try watching porn together? Why don't you just try watching porn? So I asked my wife, do you want to watch porn? And she's like, sure. And I said, okay, what genre of porn do you want to watch? And she's like, why don't we just watch what you usually watch? Yeah, pass. This is crap. You watch what I watch. We are not having sex, okay? We are having a discussion, all right? A long discussion. We didn't even have sex really at the end of the pregnancy because she was scared I was going to injure the baby. Like inside, my penis was going to like fucking dent my baby's forehead. My baby was going to come out with like a soup bowl for a forehead. So I was like, why don't we ask the doctor and see what they say? And we go to the doctor and my wife's like, I know this is crazy, but is there any way that my husband's penis can injure the baby? And the doctor just looks at me and goes, his penis? That would have worked. That would have been fun. The last thing I'll say is it's hard. As a comedian, I have a lot of young friends, a lot of 21, 22-year-old friends. They're doing all the fun sex stuff I'm not doing. One of my friends said that he's 69 for the first time. And he asked if I do that. And I was like, if I asked my wife to 69, she'd serve me with divorce papers, like on my chest. It would be bad. I was like, how did it happen? And he goes, oh, it was so natural. I was like, what does that mean? And she goes, well, she was on the bed and then I just got on top and turned around. Yeah, that is not fucking natural, okay? Girl on top 69 is a fun sexual activity. Guy on top 69 is a fucking hate crime, okay? Like, if they did guy on top 69s at Guantanamo Bay, they would have shut that shit down in 2003. There would have been congressional hearings. Ted Cruz would have been on C-SPAN going, this is not the America that I know. All right, that's it. Now, goodbye. Have fun. Enjoy your life.
Oh, that was you made me so grateful to just be quarantined with my parents now.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's give it up one more time. You guys, again, thanks for joining the Tiny Cupboard here. We're putting our info down in the chat along with all of the comedians' info. If you feel so inclined to donate, we very much appreciate it, and it's going to be divided up between all of us evenly. And let's just keep this on going. Our next comedian is this lady right here on my screen that I'm going to pin this time, Miss Sonia Vai. Let's give it up for her.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for Kimberly and Ahri. They were awesome. I don't know how to follow period and shit jokes. I really don't. Like, I don't have that material. It's great to be here. It's not my first Zoom show, but I like it better than anything else. I've done a couple other online things, and in the other ones, you can't even see anybody. So you have to look at yourself. And I didn't realize, but the worst thing to do with stand-up is like, when I look at myself, I just want to fix my hair the whole time. I'm like, there has to be a way we can turn ourselves off where you guys can still see us, because it's just, it bothers me, and that's not funny. That's just my rant. Also, Ray, I keep seeing you. I can't see anything. It's just this dark silhouette, and it looks like the Grim Reaper is just waiting. And if I bomb, you're gonna come to my house and kill me. That's what I see on that screen. Do you guys see that on Ray's screen? It's so unnerving to me. I'm like, I better do well. Ross, you're beginning to look okay, that's better. The lighting is better, but it's just insane. Okay, fine, jokes. I have been quarantined also, and I'm going crazy, and I'm trying to like look at the bright side of things. People are like, you should meditate, you should, be grateful. And I was like, okay, what am I grateful for? There are some good things that have come out of this. Like I don't have to worry about rent or date rape, like that's a positive for now. I mean, rent, I'm gonna have to worry about eventually, I think. Regular rape, still a problem, but I live in a 5th floor walk up, so I'm not too worried about that. I feel like COVID has made people not as aggressive as they used to be. I'm getting to know my boyfriend better, and Ari was talking about this, how they were playing Yahtzee. I've been playing Scrabble with my boyfriend, and there's sometimes like, I feel like the reason we're not meant to be quarantined is we're not meant to learn everything about each other. And what I've learned about my boyfriend is that he's a fucking moron. Like he cannot play Scrabble. The man cannot spell. I beat his ass. Like it was 300 to 29. Like I was just like, I had to rethink this entire relationship. And I'm like, I can't even leave him right now because we're stuck together. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking about, wow, I think they've severely underestimated the deaths from COVID, because they haven't counted all the couples that are together that are going to commit murder. Like I think Ari will kill his wife and child. I'm not sure if I'll kill my boyfriend. I don't get any money or insurance out of it because we're not married. So, maybe I won't take that chance, but I think about it. I'm like, I'm fucking a moron. It's great. It's options, right? At least I'm not alone. That's what I keep telling myself. I guess I'm grateful for that. The other thing I think is really weird though is in Zoom. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, you all look like your normal hues, I look yellow every single time I'm online. I look yellow, and it's fucked up because even in regular life, like no one could tell my ethnicity. I'm not gonna people walk around and people like the biggest thing I always got was Native American, and I find that a little insulting because I don't look anything like Elizabeth Warren. But now I would take her over this yellow fucking mob of I don't understand this. That in any light I use, I just fucking look yellow. So that bothers me. No one still knows my race. I'm Indian, by the way. And Indian, tech support, not casino, just to be clear, because I know a lot of people don't quite get the nuance. I never thought I'd say this in my life, but my parents are stuck in India, right? I never thought I'd say it's a better thing for my parents to be in a third world country than living in their home in Florida. But that's the truth, guys. I think the reason my parents are alive is because in India, they're actually taking the quarantine serious. They don't have like electricity in certain areas or clean water, but guess what? They think it's a real threat. In Florida, fucking everyone's going to the beach still. Like, I think it's insane. I don't know. I'm just like, I guess that's we're no longer a first world country. That's what I'm learning about all this stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if I care if we go back to normal at this point, because, okay, so my stand-up career is dead. Now I have to do sit-down comedy, but I don't have to wear pants. I never have to wear pants again. I only have to wear lipstick. I don't have to wear any other hair. My hair hasn't been washed in 6 days. I don't mind all my body hair. One of the things I was always so good about, because as being an Indian woman, I've just been very hairy, but no one knew because I was so good at grooming. And now I've just let it go. I can't do it myself. I try to wax myself and it just doesn't work. But I like it. Like, I like being hairy. it makes me feel strong. Like I feel like if someone comes and gets us, like my hair is going to protect me. I can protect my white boyfriend who has less body hair than I do. That's also not something I wanted him to know, that he has less body hair than I do. But you know, what are you gonna say? Like it used to be when guys said, I want to wax that ass, it means they want to fuck me. Now when he says, I want to wax that ass, it means he really wants to wax my ass. Which is another thing that I have to learn to get used to. I can't, you know, though, I will say this. Okay, so we all have different things we're born with, right? Like some people are born with great skin. Some people are born with no hair on their ass. I have learned that my thing is that I have been born with great bowels. That's what I learned in COVID. Like I go to the bathroom every day at the same time. My bowels are fucking beautiful. I didn't realize until this thing that so many people had issues. Like people have diarrhea and constipation. I feel like everyone's looking at me like I'm looking at you and I'm accusing you of having it, but I'm not. But my fucking bowels are beautiful. Like they work. It's like, I don't know. I never appreciated stuff like that. And now I do, you know, I don't ever have to get a colonoscopy. I don't have to say yes to anal because of social distancing. That's a good thing now too. I just let myself go in many ways. But I like it. I like it. I do try to think about people who no one else is thinking about. Like I feel like, you know, people are thinking about the sick and the elderly and whatnot. I feel like there's a whole market that's been ignored. I feel really bad for all the married men, because now that massage parlors are closed, they have to get their happy endings from their wives. Understand how awful that is. They're opening stuff up again in Georgia. That's what I heard. And one of the first things they're going to open up are massage parlors. Yeah, because we do live in a male-based society. It's still a patriarchy. But I'm glad that those guys are going to get theirs. Good for them. I know it's just insane. It feels like I'm ranting. It doesn't even feel like I'm making jokes, because I'm angry. But I like seeing all of you. Like it's so nice to me. This is like the most social interaction I have, and I get to just say shit, and you have no choice but to listen. And if you leave or you mute yourselves, I can see you, and then I can just stalk you in social media. So don't do that. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I did have other stuff. I just forgot about it. Let's see. One of the things that in my life, like I've always been really sensitive about is like sort of violence against men. I don't know why, I'm just very sensitive about it. But so I used to think of all these, I don't know why. Like every man is like, why is that? And I'm like, every woman's like, yeah, me too. I think about that all the time. But I spent a lot of times, like I love being in a position where I can reject somebody, because that just makes me feel powerful and I'm a bitch. But I also want to do it nicely, because I don't want any guys to hurt me, right? So this is something for the women. Next time we're out in the world and some guy asks you to do something and you don't want to do it, this is the thing that I've written. I'm going to have to read it for you because I don't have it. I forgot what I was going to say before, and I did this before and I made a mistake. So I'm going to read it for you guys if you don't mind. Just humor me for 1 second. Fuck, where is it? I can't find it. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is the worst. Okay, I'll just think about it. I'll just fake it. This is what I thought of. I thought of saying, like, say some guy asks you to do something you don't want to do, like anal, okay? You just say things like, no, I will not do anal. I will not do it here. I will not do it there. I will not do it anywhere. I would not do it. I will not do it in my house, not even if you're my spouse. So put your pants on. You're only welcome in my box. You know, no means no, Dr. Seuss. It was better when I had it written out, so I didn't remember the whole thing, but thank you for that. That's just like, I can't wait to use that again. You know what I'm saying? Like the things we miss about the real world. Joanne, have you lit me yet?
I did, yeah.
Thank God. I was waiting. I was like, I'm flailing over here, but thank you.
No, that was great. I'm glad you didn't see it.
Jesus, thank you guys for letting
everyone give it up for Sonia.
Thank you.
That really hit home for me because my dad would read me Dr. Seuss before I went to bed every single night.
I'll send you the exact, like I wrote out the exact thing. I
Please
couldn't remember
do.
it. I will.
Oh, it's just like so close to my heart.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Okay, we only have one comic left for tonight. Thanks everyone for sticking around with us, The Tiny Cupboard. Amy and Matt are here. We're all going to hang out for a minute afterwards. Again, we're putting our info in the chat along with the comedians' info. So feel free to check us all out. Check out all of our other nights too. If you want to do other things other than comedy, like game night, or if you feel like dancing. There are a lot of people who want to dance out there, even if they're by themselves. We got a lot of EDM night, and we have a couple dance nights. We've got a couple things going on.
Yeah, we have a new freestyle rap. If anyone can rap, we had a 13-year-old kid who was really funny and like rapped about like bitches and hoes, and he's like prepubescent. It was really funny.
Love it. So we'll put all that stuff up, so everyone take a look at the chat. And with that being said, last but not least, everyone give it up for Meg Felling. Woo woo!
Oh my God.
Not Kimberly.
Not Kimberly. We are not the same person. I know you're all shocked. Not the same person. But yeah, everybody, welcome to my bedroom. This is where I eat. So, and yes, this is my cat right here, because you know what? You took a look at me and you were right about me. I have a couple of those. So you're right. Congratulations. I'm originally from Missouri. I'm from the Midwest, but I've been living in New York for 7 years, and I really like living in New York. And I feel like every single year that I live here, I become a little bit more of a New Yorker. Like I feel like, but I still suffer from like a lot of bone crushing Midwestern sensibilities. Like I feel like there's like this duplicity of me. Like I know that I'm enough of a New Yorker that I will never make direct eye contact with anybody ever again. Oh my God. That is disgusting. HR. What the fuck was I saying?
Eye contact.
You know what? She's disgusting. She's gonna go. Zoom comedy. Wow. This is great. What was I doing? Jokes? I was doing jokes? Okay, yeah. No, I'm enough of a New Yorker that I'll never make direct eye contact with anybody ever again, and probably never show my face on Zoom ever again. But I'm also still like enough of a Midwesterner that like the other day I walked into a stop sign and then apologized to it. So my mom doesn't believe me about the New Yorkers never making eye contact thing. Like she doesn't believe it at all. And I had to give it to her straight. I was like, Mom, I've been dating the same dude for 3 years. Could not pick him out of a crowd. Not even a but yeah. One thing that like a lot of Midwesterners love that I just can't get on board with is Target. I do not like the store Target. I do not like it at all. And it's not for the right reasons. It's not because they treat their workers like shit or that they're, buying out small businesses. No, it's because my mom used to forget me there all of the time. I'm triggered. And like, here's the thing. Target is a terrible place to leave a child. It is so dangerous for children. Like Target isn't just the name of like the store, okay? It's also what your child becomes when you only turn your head for a second. It's so easy to get kidnapped there. Like it is more dangerous to leave your kid alone in a Target than it is to leave them in a hot car. If you leave your kid in a hot car, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? They're just gonna go to heaven, okay? If you leave a hot kid in a Target, they're gonna go to somebody's basement. Like, I was left there all the time. Not once was I ever kidnapped. Not even an attempt. And like that's the weirdest thing for me to be self-conscious about. Like, what was wrong with me? Like, I think that's weird. That's what my mom and pedophiles have in common. Just to both of them, I was very easily looked over. Like, I'm not saying I'm jealous of children who have been kidnapped, but at the same time, it must be nice to be wanted, you know? Something to want me. I don't like Target. I really don't. I try to avoid it, which is, I like to support small businesses. I think it's really important to support small businesses, especially right now, which is why I buy my Adderall from a middle schooler. And like, I'd go smaller, but have you ever tried buying drugs off a 5th grader? They are terrible at fractions. A 5th grader for an 8th of anything. What happens? You won't have a calculator every single day of your life, Tom. You know, whatever you name your kid. Yeah, I do. I love drugs. Drugs are great. They're my favorite food. My parents are really disappointed to find that out about me. Not that I was like doing drugs, but they didn't, you know, make me fun. And I get it. They're hippies. They had high expectations of me. So, but what can I do? I love drinking the most. Drinking is my favorite. And I like to double fist drinks. Like, I like to have 2 drinks at one time. And it doesn't matter the situation. Like, even if I was like out to drinks with my colleagues, I would always double fist. I would get 2 drinks at a time. And I know it looks trashy. So to cover my ass whenever like fucking Linda, who's a nosy piece of shit, you know, I love her, but nosy piece of shit. She would always just like, I would just go ahead and say like, oh, it's because I don't like going to the bar. It's crowded. I get anxious. So I get 2 at a time. That way I don't have to go back and forth. It's efficiency. Fucking smooth as silk. Smooth as silk excuse. It's perfect. But I still do that now that I do like Skype and Zoom happy hours with my colleagues. And then fucking Linda's like, make a drink over there. Why do you have one over there? And I have to make up a new excuse like, it's called meal planning, Linda. It's a responsible adult thing to do. I've in quarantine, I started working out, which is something I never thought I would do. And it's not because like I want to get fit or I want to get swole or I want to get a beach bod. It's because I just ran out of things and drugs to do. Have you ever been so bored you became a better person? Yeah. And also like I'm kind of ashamed about it because like I know I need to be better to my body, but I just hate that it took a global pandemic just for me to get into maintenance mode. It's just what the fuck's wrong with me? I'm 29. I can't just keep fucking living like this. But no, it's true. I've been working out and like also like it's nice because like it's kind of a self-confidence boost. And I kind of needed it because I have a lot of body issues. And I've been working out because I have body issues and I have body issues because I'm a lady. And I tried talking to my mom about it recently actually. And I don't know what in my lady brain was like, man, I feel bad about myself. I wonder what a 62-year-old Irish Catholic woman thinks about this. Surely I will get a sympathetic ear. Nah. No, but like my mom is a kind lady, or she tries, but she always just like misses the mark a little bit. Like the other day she was like, Meg, you need to be kinder to yourself. Meg, you need to give yourself a chance. Meg, you're a very handsome woman. Yeah. Why are people still allowed to call ladies handsome? Who decided that was okay? It's one of those compliments that, yeah, it's a compliment, but it's a shitty compliment. It's right up there with, you got great butt and hips, baby. Like, no one wants to hear that. Like, look at the teeth on this one. It's a show quality bitch. Like, no. It's awful. And like, if my self-confidence was in a wrestling match, being called a handsome woman would be like the finishing move. I'm not getting up from that. If someone wants to compliment you like, oh, you have nice eyes, or oh, you have long legs, you can put that on a dating profile. I can't put handsome woman on a dating profile. I can't be like, Meg, 29, brown eyes, 5'6", aspirationally, handsome woman. No one's swiping right on that shit. Okay, no, it's not gonna happen. Not even in quarantine. No one's even quarantine desperate for a handsome woman. And like the last time I was actually on Tinder, I had a lot of selfies up, and this guy was like, he messaged me and he's like, "Hey girl, I like your selfies, but you don't have any full body pics up. Girl, what's your body type?" And I didn't know what to say. I was like, I don't know, man. Pointy. And he's like, this didn't deter him. He was like, oh yeah. You mean your boobs? I'm like, nah, baby, the whole thing. Right angles everywhere. But I'm handsome. Everybody, you've been fantastic. Thank you so much. Tiny Cupboard. Bye.
Woo! Thank you so much. You guys, give a round for all of our comedians. You guys, that was a great show.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Check the chat. You'll see all of our comedians' handles. Also, again, you're not obligated, but we appreciate anything that you donate. It's split between all of us. Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you guys all next Thursday for this show, or check out some more of our stuff, okay? You're welcome to hang around here and chat, and we have a question.
What is it? P Wong?
Oh yeah, we'll type that in there.
It's also just on the donation link. There's like if you click on that, tinycupboard.com/donations, there's like a link to all the different options, and then Amy splits it with all the performers afterwards. But that's the Venmo, Amy P Wong. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
guys, that was great. Kimberly, how are you feeling? How is your migraine?
I feel really weird, and I'm actually Googling side effects now. Follow me on Instagram, Kim Solomon Comedy. It may be not existent. If I die.
I've got an overhead light on me right now, and I feel like for all of you who don't, I also had a migraine, so I had some sunglasses prepared.
Oh, you didn't break them out?
I didn't break them out because I took a muscle relaxer.
Oh.
And it started to work. It made me feel okay. So I feel like we're gonna have a similar night, Kim.
I feel like we should just go around telling everyone what drugs we're on right now.
Yeah, what drugs is everyone doing?
It's just like,
all of them.
Yeah. Like I took 6 ibuprofen today because that's all I have,
I went to go buy alcohol today, and then I decided against it. It didn't end well last time.
My mom started this thing with all of, I don't know if they're her friends or just like everyone in this neighborhood, called the Wine Fairy, and it's just a bunch of women just dropping bottles of wine off at each other's houses. So they're just all giving each other wine.
I wish that existed here. That'd be great. Free
It's kind of good. It's nice. Ton of red wine.
Well, where are you, Ross?
I'm in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where in Canada?
Toronto.
Oh.
Hey.
What do you mean? Oh.
That's too far.
Oh, weed.
Yeah, but and you're getting money, right? Aren't you? Isn't your government giving you $2,000 a month? Yeah. Fuck you. I'm still waiting for my stimulus.
It's only if you're unemployed, and you'll have to pay taxes on it later.
Yeah.
Oh no, too bad. We're not getting anything. I filed
stimulus check. Didn't you guys?
No, you have to do something like pay taxes to get that shit. Like I haven't paid my taxes in 7 years. You know, like come on. Irresponsible people deserve money too. I didn't make enough money. Oh, I hate America.
The government's giving money to a lot of people. Yes.
But a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have been getting your unemployment. I filed my employment 2 weeks ago and they sent me an email saying, we received your filing and that's it. Like nothing else. There, every time I check, it's like pending, 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 and you can't get through.
The same with us.
Yeah.
If you're self-employed, especially, it's
Yeah.
really,
I'm self-employed. Yeah.
It's really just like you have no idea what to expect. So.
Yeah. It's just a big like fuck you, because all my friends who have regular jobs, they're all getting unemployment. They're getting the $600 on top.
Yeah, exactly.
That's messed up.
Whatever.
It's happening here in Canada too. I applied for unemployment in February and still haven't gotten it.
Oh, that's good to know.
Where are you in
That makes me feel better.
It's good to know Canada also
Makes me
sucks.
feel better. I suppose we can commiserate together.
I'm suffering. I'm going nuts. This is the most social like interaction I've had this whole quarantine. Happy quarantine, everyone.
I think this will be like the future, honestly. Like, I think social media is gonna evolve to be more like this and less like scrolling.
I hope so. This is social, and it is media.
Actually, social media. And I feel like nobody likes, like everyone uses Facebook and Instagram, but nobody actually like enjoys. Everyone's like, I hate this. It's so like passive, or like it's just they don't like scrolling. And this is actually social, and I think it must evolve in this direction.
That would be so cool to make all the trolls online to all of a sudden have to like develop personalities and like interpersonal social skills.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be awful. I say stop.
Well, we'll get Zoom. We'll get more.
Social media is for the antisocial people doing their best.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that.
How dare.
There's gonna be like virtual avatars, like you can like create an anime character that looks like you, then you're talking, and then it has your voice, but it's like it has like a different face and has like a different.
You can do that on FaceTime.
Oh, you can? Damn.
Yeah, and you can also be all of the animals, which I tried on my dad, which was
Holy
hilarious.
shit!
Oh.
I have to try that.
Is there a way to make yourself not look fucking yellow? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it completely takes over your whole head. So
You can actually color balance your camera.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm a bad Indian. I'm not good at tech support. You know, I just can't. I can't.
Tanya, if you go to your video settings, you can click on touch up my appearance and it might help.
All right, let's do that.
Zoom has like a blur feature.
Yeah, but that'll just make me blurry and yellow.
I don't know. It's supposed to make you look better. I don't know.
I look like a racist anime figure right now.
So
It's
how is
horrible.
everyone keeping?
I've tried it. It just makes your face look like a thumb. It's not. I didn't think it would happen to me because like I got cheekbones for days and it was like, nah, you're an oval now.
Hey, my face is an oval too. I feel I don't like it.
I felt attacked because Zoom was just like, no.
How's everyone like keeping sane in quarantine?
Video games.
We're not.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not. And on that note, I'm gonna tell everyone I'm gonna go fall asleep now.
Go buy
Yeah, you can get out.
Thank you guys so much.
I can.
Feel
Bye,
better.
Kim.
Better.
Thank you.
Figure out how to. Thank you.
Hey Ross, is my mic on?
Yep, I can hear
Yes.
you. Amy.
Okay,
Whoever
good.
said that, yes.
Good, perfect.
Oh, Ted. Yeah, Ted's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
That's Ted. Hi, Ted.
Amy's
Yeah,
just
I've been at home since the beginning of February, so long before they shut everything down.
Wow.
So I'm like dying.
Oh, wow.
We're all
Crazy.
fucking dying.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah,
As
I
soon
need.
as you
I'm
stop-
not going to be able to see my family for like a long time after
As soon
this.
as you stop growing, that's when you start dying.
Where's your family, Joanne?
So my parents are in Maryland right now, so that's where I am. I'm usually in Brooklyn, but me and my boyfriend are
Okay.
here. But yeah, it's my parents, sister's friend, grandmother, me, my boyfriend, four dogs.
Wow.
Like a lot of
Has
things
your
going
boyfriend
on.
seen a show? I feel like he hasn't seen a show.
That's so many good animals.
They my mom usually tries to join in and then she can't understand. So my family is Portuguese and they just will refuse to learn certain things. I don't know why, but they'll join in and then they'll keep unmuting themselves and they're always the loud person in here.
Okay.
And I've just asked them to,
know,
maybe you sit down on Thursdays. Just don't come.
That's like my mom. She's been here forever and she refuses to learn English.
I'm like, you can't.
But apparently you can. Apparently you can. She's like, I did it. You know, she's like, why do I need to learn now? And I was like, I guess you're right. And now she showed me, you know.
Right, I know. My mom's like, English is my second language. I'm like, you've been here long enough. Well, English is my first. You gotta learn.
I mean, I think props to those people because I live in Sunset Park. So Sunset Park is like the majority of the people here are like Mexican, but have been living here for like a long fucking time. Like most of everybody that I know that's like a little old lady was like a young hot thing like 40 years ago here and still does not speak English. And on the other side, everyone is from China and same deal. They've lived here for 40 years, don't speak a word of English. And I have learned conversational Mandarin so I can buy a fish. So no, they have me. That's like, no, I will learn your language so I can buy a fish from you. You own this neighborhood.
I want to hear you order a fish because I speak Mandarin.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
Actually, I just point to the fish and then I just say, like, they're like, dar, I'm like, dar. And so I can get a bag. And if I bump into somebody or if I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm like, 今天有美好的一天. And or like,
that was
Can I
pretty
ask-
good.
I know.
I don't know what you said, but it sounds fun.
Sorry,
did I say it right? Because they're always like, look at you trying.
Put it in the wrong order, but it's pretty good.
where is Sunset Park? I'm a Canadian as well, so I got no idea where that is.
It's in South Brooklyn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I didn't know there was a Chinatown in Brooklyn until Amy's mom came to visit us. And apparently there's a bus that goes from Chinatown, Brooklyn to Chinatown, Queens to Chinatown, Manhattan. And like only the Chinese people know it. Only like the native Chinese people know it.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah. No, it's not advertised.
Point proven.
Yeah.
I
Like-
think there's a Chinatown in almost every town, big town in America.
We got
So,
two
like a
in
huge-
Toronto. So
There you
No,
go.
we have two. I thought we only had one, Ted.
no, we got two. We got one at Spadina and
Yeah.
one at Gerrard
Markham.
Street East.
But
Like
those,
all of
Oh, and
Markham.
Markham and all of Markham. Yeah, there you go.
All of Markham.
All of Markham.
yeah.
Pacific Rim Mall, man.
Pacific
all of-
Mall.
All of my food options have shut down. And I'm like, man, I didn't realize that dumplings were such a big part of my diet.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, why am I hungry all the time? It's like, oh, right, I can't eat dollar dumplings whenever I want to anymore. And I'm like, this is trash. Quarantine's trash.
Canada's
Like
doing this
dumpling
like
supply.
takeout Wednesday thing, so every Wednesday you order takeout. So we
Yeah.
ordered takeout yesterday.
I haven't had takeout yet. We've been cooking here. It's so weird because usually, like when we're home in Brooklyn, I mean, we do takeout like 4 times a week at least.
That's
So
the
bad.
first takeout I've had since I've been home, though. So, 'cause
We've been doing that too. On the other hand, though, it's good because you're supporting local businesses that
Yeah.
are otherwise like struggling. So it's good that you're giving money to like people who like kind of need it at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm unemployed too.
supporting
I
McDonald's.
would love to support Great Taste dumpling makers, but they shut down for good. I would love to. All right, I'm actually going to go ahead and bounce as well. Tiny Cupboard, thanks for having me. This
Thank
was
you
so
so much.
Thank you.
This is great.
Thank you.
All right,
When we're back up and running, we'll have you in person.
please do,
Dumpling.
and I will
Okay,
continue
well,
to tune
of
these
course.
shows. They're a goddamn delight, and you are a goddamn delight. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I think I'm going to take off too, guys. Thank you so much. Great to see
Yes,
you all.
I'm going to as well.
Everyone's
Alicia, hello, people.
Bye.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. It's really cool to see some familiar faces and some not.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I'll see you all next week. Sonia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I guess everyone's leaving now.
Yeah. That was the most social group.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah.
I love it.
I didn't stick around last week to chat, so I figured I would this week. So
Yeah.
But I'll be here next week.
It's nice. Yay. Awesome. See everyone next week, hopefully.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm gonna chill here until everyone's gone, and then I'll leave. I'm starved of social interaction.
Yeah. Hey, Lear, are you from New York as well, I guess?
Well, I live in Jersey City for 40 years.
Okay, cool.
But I'm from Wisconsin originally.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Yeah.
The dairy state.
yeah, can't eat that anymore.
Oh.
It's, getting old sucks.
I live in Wisconsin and not drink milk. That sounds like a sin.
Well, he lives in Jersey City.
Jeez.
Yeah. What'd you guys think? What'd you guys think of the show?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Unfortunately, I only caught the end of it, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, we'll have a lot more shows. So we have something happening pretty much every night. If you guys want to do an improv show, we have that on Saturday night.
Sweet.
EDM show tomorrow. Mondays we have an emo show and a rap show. Tuesday we got we usually have a game night on Tuesday. I'm not sure if we do.
What do you guys play for game night?
We usually just go on house party and play like Heads Up or something.
Okay. Have you heard of? Do you know Jackbox? Have you heard of?
Yeah. We would do that. We've done that on Zoom once before. It actually worked, so we could do that.
Yeah, we should do that.
It would, yeah, because that's also a good option too. I find.
We're trying to think of something that could work for like if 30 people show up.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
It's hard. That's why we didn't actually do it last week. But
Right, because Heads Up can get a little boring after
after
a while.
You can divide into groups, can't you?
Yeah, and that was our strategy. If too many people showed up, we would just divide into cohorts. But it's a little harder to organize. But it's fun. Whatever.
Yeah. How did you find your comedians?
So in real life, what happened was like the first couple. We started doing this in November in real life, and the first couple we just we found people that had hashtags of like Brooklyn comedy or something on Instagram. Out and said, hey, do you want to perform for 10 minutes? And then we didn't know what would happen. We just said, we're going to film you, go on Instagram Live, whatever. And we had like 2 audience members in the crowd, and then they performed their set. And then it was still funny. So we realized that we could do a show and have it be funny, even if barely any people show up. And that gave us more confidence. And then after that, we basically just started posting in social media groups and reaching out to more people. And after like the first 10 or so, it just started getting word of mouth, and comedians just started telling each other, because comedians just like performing and they'll do anything. So it's been mostly word of mouth since then. Yeah.
That's sometimes the best way to spread it. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And then we have Joanne like curate and select everyone now, because she's hosting it, so she books everyone now. He selects, basically screens everyone.
Nice. All right, I'm probably gonna get going now though, but it was nice meeting you guys.
All right.
I'll be. Where can we follow like all of your events?
Yeah, sure. You probably you guys I think found us on. Where'd you find us? Because
my sister sent me an email and said, "Hey, check this out."
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you subscribe to our email list at thetinycupboard.com, which is, I just shared it in the chat.
Okay, cool.
You'll be able to follow all of our events. We'll send out like a weekly email.
Yeah.
And there's also an events page where you can see what's going on. I think Laird, you found us on Meetup.
Meetup, yeah.
And we're also posting there. But for you, just check out thetinycupboard.com and then.
Yeah, sure. Will do. Awesome. All right. Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, Ted.